There is still a lack of masculine gay representation in media. Sure, there's representation, but it's seldom masculine, or at least it's seldom very masculine. By now, in 2025, it should have been the opposite. We simply don't have very many primary gay characters that are burly and masculine. Since I came out at 17, I had hoped for far more gay masculine role models. But they've almost always been the stereotypical feminine variety. Not always, but almost always. And since my 20s, I wanted to tap into my masculine side more. I wanted father figures to teach me how to be more masculine. Unfortunately, I usually had to turn to straight people to get that. So in my 20s, I would regularly hang out at biker bars in hopes that some of their masculinity would sort of rub off on me. I would analyze how bikers acted. Sure, I could go to gay leather bars, and I did, but so many of the people totally decked out in leather were total queens. It was often purely performative and very visual and not really genuine at all. You know, people who looked really masculine, but as soon as they opened their mouths, a purse falls out. I mean, which is fine, people should be able to be as feminine as they want, but it's not what I was looking to be influenced by. And don't get me wrong, it certainly wasn't all of the leather scene. I had plenty of mentors in the scene who were masculine guys. Same with the bear community. But it wasn't really celebrated like I'd hoped it would be. The greater LGBT community, as well as the feminist movement, have been demonizing masculinity since I can remember. In the past 20 years, they've been referring to masculinity as harmful, as toxic, as artificial, as non-genuine. In fact, great movies like Brokeback Mountain haven't really been celebrated by the greater LGBT community. People have called it a stepping stone for real representation, as if we need more RuPaul's Drag Races and more gay eye for the straight guys. Brokeback Mountain has been claimed by some people as celebrating the notion of being in the closet, as what I said earlier, as harmful, as toxic, as artificial, as non-genuine, and in some cases, fragile. And no, not everyone can be masculine. And for society to enforce masculinity onto guys can be harmful. But that shouldn't translate to demonizing masculine standards altogether. It should be considered an option for people. It shouldn't be negatively labeled as heteronormative. What made me want to make this video was having a conversation with a good friend of mine on Messenger. He was showing how redneck fetishes, MAGA fetishes, and racist fetishes have become far more popular this year, especially on places like Tumblr. He rightfully attributed some of it to how the demonization of masculinity just keeps getting worse. Some of these fetish groups include things like burning the pride flag. And it's not even just these fetish groups, it's a growing number of gay men in general. If you're a gay man, you're supposed to like everything associated with femininity, or you're considered a self-loathing gay person. You're supposed to give 100% support to all LGBT causes and activism, no matter how extreme, no matter how self-defeating, no matter how incompatible it is with the rest of society, or again, you get called a self-loathing gay person. You get called homophobic, transphobic, and hateful. Until these kinds of attitudes get regularly criticized within the community, more people are going to leave the community. More people are going to fetishize rednecks, MAGA, racists, and other unsavory characters and standards. It's really as simple as that. As I've said in other videos, we should have the right to criticize any culture. It shouldn't matter where they reside in the oppression Olympics. It doesn't automatically translate to hate. Just saying.